What's up, team? It is me again, Duna, and how terrible news, guys. Banking Kun just passed away. He was too young. But anyway, let's move on. So guys, meet Steve. Don't worry, it's made out of sugar. But why is it made out of sugar? That's because it's part of one of our beautiful Mexican traditions. And what tradition it is? Let's talk about it! So, Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard about it, guys. But what is it about? Don't worry, I'll explain everything right now. So it started a long time ago. We used to venerate the god of death instead, and it was pretty fucked up. We actually made human sacrifices. Don't worry, we don't do that anymore. Now we venerate our dead people, or passed away people, and I think that's a pretty beautiful holiday we have in here. But what is different now? Well, according to a tradition, souls of our dead people or loved ones that already passed away come back from the afterlife to our realm just to visit us. Not in a spooky way, guys, not like Halloween. Actually, I think it's a pretty beautiful idea. They come to be one more time with us. So, what do we do for them? We build these offerings, these kind of shrines in their honor. And I know what you're asking, how do they come? When do they come? They not come at the same time, by the way, let me tell you that. So, there are two main days where they come. Actually, Day of the Dead can start in October 28, according to some beliefs. And this is how they don't come at the same time. So October 28th, supposedly this is the day where our people that died drowned come. Now, sounds weird and really specific. Anyway, let's move on. October 29, according to our tradition, or to some points, in October 29 came the spirits, the souls of those people that died in a tragic way. What do I mean? An accident or brutally murdered. October 30th, in this day, the souls of the unborn come. All those little babies that didn't manage to born. October 1st, it's the turn of the kids. They come back here, of course, only if there's a dead kid in the family. And on November 1st, the spirit of the adults come back to visit us. Finally, on November 2nd, today, all the spirits that came go away. Like I told you, they don't come to scare us in a spooky way. They just come to visit us one more time. Okay, so what do you notice? Of course, first thing, it's very colorful. But take a look at here. Take a look at this part of the picture. That's a portrait of our dead family. Well, not mine actually, but it could be anyone's. I blurred it because I don't want to mess with some people's privacy, even though Google didn't care. But anyway, you get the idea. You build this altar, this shrine, this offering for them, and you put their portrait in the middle of it because it's in their honor. What else did you notice? Of course, this flower, I don't know if there's a translation to it, but it's called the cempasúchil. Shit, I can't even pronounce it. I was boring here. It's kinda hard, but anyway, you get the idea. So, fun fact about this flower, it only blooms in October. It doesn't bloom at any other time of the year. But let's move on. As you can see, there's a lot of these flowers here. Also, sometimes we form crosses out of these petals of this flower. And it looks pretty cool. But let's move to the main part of the offering. Yeah, I know you noticed that. There's a lot of food. Why is that? It's not for us, by the way. It's for dead people, or the spirits that come. According to tradition, spirits come from the afterlife, and that's a very, very far place to be. They travel this long way just to visit us, so the least thing we can do is to leave them some food so they can recharge their batteries. And no, I'm not talking about electrical batteries. I mean to gain strength so they can eat one more time their favorite food. Also, it can be their favorite books, their favorite whatever. That's a shrine, an offering for them so they can enjoy one more time in Earth before going back. So that is the main thing about Dia de Muertos, the Day of the Dead, guys. So many people still doing it, and I think it's a pretty beautiful tradition to follow. Also, I have to tell you that we sometimes throw some contests, and by sometimes I mean every year. There are a lot of contests in schools to see who can create the most beautiful offering. Because let's be honest, it's kind of artistic. It's pretty beautiful, pretty colorful. It's like art. There are exhibitions in downtown and our biggest national university, the UNAM. But let's move on to the second part of Dia de Muertos, and this is kind of new for me as well. Those are the parades. Gonna be honest with you guys, this is the first time I've ever known about a parade here in Mexico City. At least in this part. I know it's usual in some parts of Mexico, but at least here in the capital, it's the first time I've ever known about a parade. Okay? As a fun fact, if you pay attention to many Hollywood movies, you will notice that whenever a character comes to Mexico City or you see a footage of Mexico City, we're celebrating Dia de Muertos regardless the day. For example, Batman vs Superman, whenever Superman comes and all these people with skulls in their face go hug Superman, they're celebrating that. They're not disguised because they're some kind of drug dealers or a cartel or anything. They're just celebrating Dia de Muertos. When James Bond, also at 007, Spectre, when James Bond comes here to Mexico City and start a chasing scene, we are celebrating Dia de Muertos. I don't remember in which day it was released, but we were celebrating that. It's kind of iconic in here. That is pretty much everything I can say about parades. So let's move on to stuff you can find. First of all, sugar skulls. Very traditional, and I know that this Halloween, you've noticed a lot of girls dressed like, well, painted. So let's move on to traditional things. First, First one, sugar skulls. This is one thing that we can only find during this time of the year. And I know that you noticed that many girls this Halloween wore a makeup of a skull with a lot of this kind of thing, this kind of ornaments. Well, we call them Catrinas in here. By the way, guys, here in Mexico City, we represent death as a woman. It's a she. So we call her La Parca. It's kind of like the Reaper. And also La Huesuda, the bony one. I think we can translate it that way. Like I told you, we mock death a lot. Anyway, let's move to the second object. We have this beautiful paper. As you can see, it's cut to form so many cool stuff, like skulls, a scully mariachi, like the first one, and more skulls. And yes, they're very colorful. Where do you see them? That's right, we use them to decorate restaurants, our homes, and also the offerings. But take care because it's really fragile. Third thing you can only find during this time of the year. Take a look at this bread. Can you see it? That's el pan de muerto, bread of the dead, something like that. This is the kind of a traditional one and the sugar one. Well, what's the main difference besides the sugar? As you can see here on the traditional one, you can see some little seeds. They represent bones of the dead, because everything's related to death in this time of the year. I don't know if you noticed that already. And it's made out of walnuts, so it tastes pretty cool. This one tastes more like butter. You can find some variations that taste like orange, but I think that the original one it's made out of butter. And finally, last and coolest thing you can find in here, las calaveritas, the little skull, if we can translate it. I don't think we can translate it, guys. So anyway, let's stick with las calaveritas. Just like in Christmas, you get into some gifts exchange. during this time of the year we exchange calaveritas. It's not something you're supposed to buy, it's something you're supposed to make, lyrically. You need to write a little story, like a song, because it needs to rhyme, where death is involved. Sometimes you get to kill in that song the people that you're going to give the calaverita. In a funny way. I know, it sounds awful. You don't have to kill them all the time. It sounds awful, I know. It's not brutal, not gory, it's supposed to be fun. So here's an example I wrote, guys, and I really hope you like it, okay? Here it goes. Soon will be the day of death. Every YouTuber will die. But who will go first? I really hope not PewDiePie. Look out, night is coming, and death is about to arrive. We better start hiding if we want to survive. Let's stick together, said Jacksepticeye. Maybe that way we'll make it. I don't wanna die. Let's throw some potatoes at her, Felix replied. If she's still coming this way, then she can take Mark. Why should it be me? Let's give her Jack. If he screams top of the morning, maybe she'll take him back. That was so close, and potatoes were ready. The plan worked like a boss. We really beat the thin lady. So that went away, feeling nothing but pain. We managed to survive, team, but she will be back next year. So this is an example of a calaverita, guys. I hope you like it. I wrote it just for you. But anyway, this is all I can say right now about Day of the Dead, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Remember to join the team today just by clicking the subscribe button below. Guys, take care, and I will see you again on the next video! Say goodbye, Stevie!
Bye bye, say goodbye.
Oh god. You're delicious, Stevie. I'm sorry. You're so delicious.